Patrick Bet-David is not a man who is known for holding back his opinion, and he just made a statement that caused a lot of stirs in the WNBA, so get ready for some drama. In the same manner, Angel Reese got called out, and not from a fan or a fellow player, but from the one and only Patrick Bet-David. His opinion on Reese, stat padding, has gone viral and has put the public back into discussion. And that's not all. Reese's reaction? So let me just say, the temperature is about to rise. Can this be the turning point for the fan, Reese, Caitlin Clark, and the future of the Women's National Basketball Association? Wait and see, things are going to get interesting. No, they are going to explode. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have become two of the biggest players in women's basketball today, and yet they are as different as night and day in how they play the game and how they go about their business. The two players' performances have been inspirational to their teams as well as the entire WNBA, and the contrast between them has generated discourse on aspects of leadership on the floor. Caitlin Clark, a so-called underdog, has recently emerged as a player who can combine scoring power with playmaking skills. Still, fame has not go to her head. Clark is very much a team player and puts a lot of emphasis on the team rather than on individual success. This is not especially common in a sports culture in which personal celebrity frequently steals the spotlight. To this end, Clark has embraced humility in the workplace, which, when combined with her intensity, has helped her to not only build her own brand, but also that of Indiana Fever. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is a player whose appearance can draw all the attention for the right reasons. It is hard to deny her determination while playing, as she scores points and gets rebounds with great persistence. But it is her behavior and personality which has created more controversies off the tennis court and her image management. Reese's approach to the game, especially the way she plays, even in games that have been finalized with the aim of earning as many stats as possible, has been criticized as stat. The notion of stat padding isn't a new topic of discussion, but given Reese's high profile and the fact that she isn't shy at all, it has become one of the main topics of debate in women's basketball. Some people for her state that Reese is exactly what the sport needs to give it the boost it deserves, especially on women leagues that are often overlooked and get less coverage as compared to men leagues. For them, it is not just a case of Reese being too concerned with statistics. She is not wrong to do so, because this is how she can reclaim her space in a world that has not afforded women's sports the same attention men's have. Still, some sportsmen and sportswomen have accused Reese of being rude and insults for handling the situation that way. Basketball star Dwayne Wade also noted that she is damaging the spirit of team basketball, and that true leaders do not only come for personal achievements, but for the benefit of the whole team. This raises a significant question. Is Reese's assertiveness for individual awards affecting her leadership and the performance of her team, or is she just responding to the current generation in which athletes need to fight for themselves and their achievements to be recognized? On the other hand, Caitlin Clark has a rather modest and humble personality, and she is highly appreciated for her team spiritedness by both audience and athletes. Clark is also shown to value her teammates and rarely self-promote, and instead will focus on the team's success. This mentality has been very accurate in the performance of the Indiana Fever as a team. Thanks to Clark, the Fever have also improved a lot, and she has been calling the shots and making everyone else rise to the occasion. She also ensures that she pass the ball and involve her teammates, and this has enhanced team spirit, which has become a virtue in the team. But this is not all about leadership. This is also about the fans and the commercial aspect of the athletes. Caitlin Clark has been very humble in her approach, and this has made her gain a lot of fan base, which has boosted her fame. No matter if she's scoring from downtown or setting up her teammates, Clark has become a phenomenon who attracts crowds of people wanting to watch her play. Her jerseys are sold out, and more people identify Bria with the future of the WNBA. On the other hand, Angel Reese's irritable character has received controversy, but also has drawn the attention of another group of audience. This is because she has come out as a ruthless woman who is willing to do anything to ensure that she gets what she wants, and this has been welcomed by many who admire her for bending the rules of the league where humility is the order of the day. Some of these fans have said that Reese is not the traditional star, and by doing this, she is making herself famous. To them, Reese's confidence and outspokenness are so much better than the reserved and polite behavior of Clark and other players. Despite the differences in their approaches, one thing is clear. This shows that both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are the future of women's basketball. Clark's talent of performing well as an individual and as a team captain is something that future players should emulate. emulate. On the other hand, Reese's decision to focus on her own statistics raises the question on how athletes should approach their careers, especially in the age of social media. These two stars are now establishing themselves as two different models of the WNBA's development. Clark is on the one hand a person who is team captain, modest, and a real silent type who lets his play do the talking. On the other hand, Reese comes up with a new approach of a more assertive and more modern woman and takes control of the situation. These opposing ideologies will probably define debates not only within the WNBA, but in sports in general. In conclusion, the difference between fans, players, and commentators is the result of the general discourse on what it takes to succeed in sports. Should individuals choose to play unselfishly in order to help their team win? Or should athletes accept the fact that personal numbers and exposure are vital to success in today's society where single accomplishments matter more? The reality of the matter is probably somewhere in between those two positions. Clark and Reese can be considered useful in their own right as they both add something to the equation. Clark's uniqueness of inspiring everyone around her and helping them become better than they are could be the vital ingredient for the team's success in the future and the impact that Clark has left in the organization. However, Reese's demand to be the alpha in the team brings us back to the fact that in a world of rivals, athletes have to fight for their spotlight. The fact of the matter is that both Clark and Reese are going to be around for a very long time and they are going to be successful players. However, the controversy of whether it is better to work in a team or focus on one's personal records will most certainly stay with the WNBA. So far, Clark's strategy is working with fans and helping her team come out victorious, while Reese's focus on individual achievements poses a question on the trajectory of basketball. Of course, this has led to a lot of controversy among the fans. Some people are calling Patrick's comments harsh, while others believe that Angel Reese is just being competitive and any athlete would do the same and go hard until the final buzzer. On the other hand, others are supporting Patrick, claiming that this is another issue in the WNBA. Patrick in essence accused Reese of being more interested in her own numbers than the actual teams when playing the games, especially when the games are out of reach. Come on folks, this is professional sports we are talking about here, and this is a rather serious accusation. Pad your stats and you won't be seen as a team player if you are trying to establish yourself as one. In the end, no matter who a person supports, Reese or Clark, it can be said that both of these women are making their marks in the WNBA. However, with Patrick Bet-David's words, one has to wonder if these players will rise to the occasion or not, since it is in the court where they will be judged. Well, so what do you think? Is Angel Reese actually stat padding, or is Patrick Bet-David exaggerating this issue? But what does all the above imply for Caitlin Clark's emergence in the WNBA? I would love to hear your thoughts on this, so feel free to share it in the comment section below.